Okay, so the last couple videos I went over the trend follower strategy on the Aussie USD and the pound USD. Um, the first one, the Aussie USD, was we ended up in a month and a half up 7.7%, which was $77 based on a $1,000 account. The pound USD on that same time frame was up 4.26%, which is $42 based on a $1,000 account. So not bad for the strategy so far based on those two pairs, but we're going to do the Euro USD today. And then I'll do over the following week here, I'll do the New Zealand and then the US CAD, US Swiss, and the US yen here. So we can see how the using the trend follower strategy as the basket pairs there, what you will end up at the end of a month and a half. So we're starting for July 1st, but I'll get back in. We're using the Forex Simulator here. It's a great tool if you want to practice trading, practice a strategy on the weekend or off hours for the market. You want to test some things. Really good tool. I'll put the link in the description if you're interested. I believe it's $100 one-time fee here. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is, after you have drag and dropped the Soft4FX Simulator onto a chart, you're going to get your login information. Once you do your login information, you're going to get a screen just like this here. We're going to go into the data center and make sure that the Euro USD is up to date. So we're just going to check mark it and we're going to update it. Right now it's good till August 9th. So we're just going to hit the update button here. And you can see we're good now until August 23rd. So we're nice and up to date. We can close this out. We'll go to new simulation. We're going to stay with the Euro USD. We're going to change our start date to July 1st, 2019. And our end date is going to stay with the August 23rd, 2019. Okay, we're basing this on a $1,000 account, risking 1%. Our leverage we're going to put to 1.5 or 1 to 500. And we're going to go fixed variable. The Euro USD hovers around 1.6 pips to 2 pips. So we're going to go with the higher range and go with 2 pips, which is 20 points. And we can leave everything else the same. Start the simulation. And first thing we're going to do is go to the charts tab here. And we want the 1 hour chart. Okay, and we're going to add it. It's going to get added to your list up here. We're just going to open it up. And now we can close this out and set up our template. Just right click anywhere on the chart, go to template and the UFX trend follower. Okay, and now we're loaded and ready to go. What we're going to do is open up our trades tab up top here, just for modifying the stop losses. And we're going to go to the pending. Also, we don't want to do fixed lots here. We want to go click on the lots tab, the pull down menu, and go to risk percent. And by default, it's 1%. We're going to stay with that. We're going to hit the visual mode so we can move our lines on the chart ourselves. And now we're ready to go. The simulator's set up. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to pause the video. I'll come back when there is an actual trade setup, and we'll walk through the trade. Okay, so we got our first trade set up here to the downside. We're just going to walk through our sell setup checklist. The 36 EMA is all red. Yes, our price closed below the 200 EMA. And we've got the confirmation 36 cross below the 200. So we are going to do our first attempt here. Like I said, the trend follower indicator actually does the lines based on time. So half past the 24th hour, it will set up the lines. It won't do that in the simulation because it's based on the time, based on an hour time frame or time. So we have to use this script here for testing within the sim. So we're just going to put our lines here, and we can see where we got our entry and our stop loss here. So we're just going to hit the sell stop. And we're risking 1%. You can see we're risking $10. We want to uncheck the take profit. And we're going to put our entry on the entry line there, the yellow line, and then our red stop loss is going to go right on the stop loss here. Okay, and now we can accept that. Orders sitting there waiting. Now we'll just walk it through. We got stopped out. Wait till the end of the next day. Okay, we're on the next day here. This is going to be our second try. Everything is still green. 36 EMA is still all red. Price closed below the 200 still, and our confirmation the previous day is still intact. So we're going to go for our second attempt. Same thing, put our lines on here. Another sell stop. And accept. Okay, and we'll just walk it through here, see how we go. And we're stopped out the second time. So we're not going to do any more trades for this setup now. We'll wait until a new one occurs. And we can just see that it did decline there eventually. But we're only doing the 2 attempts, and then that's it. If it fails the second time, we're not going to keep trying to get in because it could just chop around in this area for a bit. So we'll wait completely for a new setup. I'll pause the video, and when we come into it, I will show you. Okay, so we got a signal for to go long here. What we're going to do is reset the checklist, and we're just going to go over the buy setup. The 36 EMA is all green. We can see that it's not, so we're going to leave that as an X. Price closed above the 200. Yes, and we got a confirmation 36 crossed above the 200. So we do have 2 out of the 3 for our first attempt. We can go ahead and give that a try. We'll go to our entry and stop loss here, and we're going to put a buy stop in place. Get rid of the take profit. And we're just going to drag our stop loss into place and our entry into place. We can see we're risking $9.80 here. We're going to accept that and just see how she plays out here. Okay, we stopped out again. So I'll pause the video and wait for the next setup. Okay, so we tried to go long here. We got stopped out. We tried to go short up over here. We missed the run to the downside. We got stopped out twice. So far this one has been a bit of a rough start. Stopped out 3 times. We've got a signal to the downside. So we'll reset the checklist. We're going to go 36 EMA is all red. Yes. Price closed below the 200. Yes. And we've got our confirmation of the 36 crossing the 200. Yes, so we are going to take this trade. And we'll place our sell stop. Move our stop up, move our entry down. Okay, we're going to accept that. And we'll see if we get filled here. And we got stopped out again on this one. Okay, so we'll just go through the checklist here again. We do have it red going into the blue here. So price closed, the 36 EMA is all red, so we'll keep that checked. We're still below the 200, and we did get our cross the previous day. So we can do a second attempt here. And we'll put our entry here. We're just going to do our sell stop. Okay, we're going to accept. And we got stopped out the second time on this one as well. So I'm just going to pause the video and I'll come back when we get another setup. Okay, so we went to green and then back down into the red. We had a green cross and then our red cross. So we're just going to go through the checklist and see if our sell is able to be taken here. We can see that the 36 EMA is not all red. Price did close below the 200. And we've got our confirmation of the 36 crossing below the 200. So far we've lost every trade here. We're down 4% on a $1,000 account for the Euro USD. So remember, we did take profits on the Aussie USD and the Pound USD at the same time frame here. So we'll see how this ends up for the Euro USD, where our percentage rate is, if we stay in the negative or if we push up into the positive by the end of the month and a half. So we'll just keep playing her out here. We've got our checklist. We'll just double check that we can take the first trade, and we can. So we're going to set up the entry and stop loss, and we're going to put a sell stop in. Move our lines. And hit accept. Okay, end of the day, we closed low. We've been triggered, came close to stopping us out, never got stopped out. We'll keep playing it out here. And we had a huge decline here. Now we can go ahead and modify our trade. And we're just going to bring it down without smothering it. Obviously here would be smothering the trade. We could go here or we could go here. Completely up to you. Lock in the profits. We'll go to the second one here. Accept. And I'll just see how she plays out here. Next end of the day, we're just going to modify our stop loss. We don't want to get too close to the price action. That's about 12 pips from there. So I'll bring it down, but not too much here. Give it some room. Just lock in a few more profits. And we'll see how she plays out here. And we got stopped out there. Now I'll pause the video and come back when we get another trade. Okay, so we've got a buy signal here. We're just going to put our entry and stop loss box on here. This is a fairly big box. It's at 59. So you might not want to take this trade just because it is a pretty lengthy, a pretty big box here. I like to keep mine when it's in a tight range, such as this one here, where it's about the 30 pips, 20 to 30 range. But regardless, we're going to take it as long as the rules are hit. So we're going to reset. The 36 EMA is all green. Yes. Closed above the 200. And we've got a cross to the upside. So we are going to take the trade. We'll do the buy stop. Risking 1%. Put our entry in, our stop loss in. And we'll hit the accept. Okay, and we'll just play through it. And you can see we got stopped out right away on that pullback. Attempt number 2. we're still all green, still above the 200, and we have our previous day cross. So our second attempt we will go for. It's also a lot tighter range here. We'll hit the buy stop. Stop loss, our entry's on there still. Okay, and we will just see how this one plays out. Stopped out the second time. So you can see we're down 4.8% on the Euro USD within this range. So I'll pause the video and we'll come back when another trade is set. Okay, so we got a signal to the downside here. We're going to reset our checklist. 36 is all red. Close below the 200, and we've got our 36 crossing the 200. We'll put our entry and stop loss in and set up our sell stop. And we started to push up there on it, and now we got triggered here. So just see we can modify our take profit or our stop loss here like we do at the end of the day. We can just drag and drop down here a little bit. Give ourselves a bit of room. Lowering the risk. And we're dropping there. Same thing, end of the day. This is the weekend, so we're looking at it on Sunday. We can lower our stop loss again here using the fractals without getting too close. So we'll just put it into just break even here. Hit accept. End of the day, we can move our stop loss down a little bit more here. Okay, accept. And we almost got taken out here. We did turn green above, so we may get stopped out here. Not going to move our stop loss yet. Okay, we've come back down a little bit more. We can modify our stop here. And we'll go just above this area of resistance. Okay, locking in a little bit more. And we just got tagged there, and then it pushed back down. So it's going to happen. And I'll pause the video, and when we get back to another trade, I will start it back up again. Okay, so this was a good one to use on the simulation for the Euro USD. You can see we were down 4.19%. on that, so we didn't end the month and a half or 2 months here on a positive note on the Euro USD, which is good to show. We're going to show here that what we would have been up between the three pairs right now. The odd USD, we were up 7.74%. Pound USD, we're up 4.26%. And we're down 4.19% on the Euro USD. So as a whole, we would have been up 7.8% so far between those three pairs. So we'll see how everything plays out when I do the other pairs as a whole, and you can see how the strategy will end. Okay, we'll talk to you guys later.